ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Here's Emmanuel Sanders now as he and the rest of the offense march back onto the field. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number one.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start. Got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
Throw left side complete. That's Charles. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to face a third down. Now Simeon. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. With it is Jackson. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Titan football. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He finds an opening past the 40. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet at the 49. That good for 22 and a first down. They keep it with Henry on first down. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Mariota trying to force it to his tight end Walker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be resigned, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. And he'll get it out to midfield. Yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. From the 50, it's Simeon. That incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Following the penalty, here's Charles. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Simeon. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Derek Morgan from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. 3rd and long. It's Simeon. There goes Green. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Virgil Green, 46 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go now.
On 1st and 10, Simeon. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game. Back to throw, Simeon. This is caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
All right, here we go.
Short yardage situation. Here's Charles. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Jamal Charles, as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And Jamal Charles able to cap it off with a touchdown run. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. They begin with Henry, and he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Marcus Mariota and the offense heading back out for their next possession. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Mariota to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Walker. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. That one goes for 24 yards. A first down carry for Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. On second down, here's Henry. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Mariota from the gun on third down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And how about this? It's the other Brandon Marshall that picks it off. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's Simeon now on second down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Eric Decker was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man. Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
They're indeed going. It's Mariota. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. The intended receiver, Taywan Taylor. And now it's second down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And an alley to run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Defense.
So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Simeon. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Boy, it's nice to have that big